Franky Monet comments on the rebranding of NXT. Becky Lynch confronts a fan who made lewd comments towards her. And Jim Cornette gives his honest opinion on AEW Dynamite beating Monday Night Raw. Hello everyone, Jose G here bringing you today's top stories in today's Sportskeeda Wrestling News Roundup. To stay up to date with all of our content, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Drew McIntyre teases the return of former Braun Strowman rival. Drew McIntyre has opened up about facing World Heavyweight Champion boxer Tyson Fury, who was last seen in WWE in 2019. In a recent interview with ITR Wrestling, the Scot has once again discussed the possibility of facing Fury in a pay-per-view in the UK. He revealed that there are several discussions about the match, but the pandemic has caused them to hold off on it, saying, quote, we're going back and forth with each other. The idea is out there. I don't want to go too much into details, but it's basically when the pandemic situation happened, it was a case of put a pin in it for now and come back to it later. Because something like that can ignite any second, and the UK pay-per-view idea, that's not something that's ever going away for me. That's happening one way or another, and for me, end quote. McIntyre believes that a match with Fury could get more eyeballs on the WWE product and wants it to be a week-long event with weigh-ins and training videos to hype up the match. Drew McIntyre believes that a WWE pay-per-view in the UK will surely happen in the future. He stated that a pay-per-view next year would be perfect 30 years after SummerSlam 1992, which was held in England. The last WWE pay-per-view that took place in England was Insurrection in 2003, which was held in Newcastle, England. Franky Monet comments on the rebranding of NXT. The WWE Universe is nervous about the future of NXT, but Franky Monet isn't one bit worried and is optimistic about the new rebranding for the brand. Franky Monet was a guest on WWE's El Brunch recently to discuss all things NXT. When the subject of the upcoming rebrand was brought up, Monet seemed very excited about it, saying, quote, "I'm excited about this. I know that people don't like change, but I feel that this will be a good change and we are all going to see a new evolution of the NXT brand. We have a ton of talent that are working on the daily in order to prepare to be in NXT TV. So I think that the change will be good for the brand. I love the new colors on the logo and everyone should be excited for this Tuesday. We will see a new era." End quote. There has been a lot of uncertainty about what the new WWE NXT will look like this upcoming Tuesday, with the company even advertising it as NXT 2.0 last Friday during SmackDown. The announcement received a chorus of boos from fans in attendance at Madison Square Garden. But are we worried over nothing? Perhaps the rebranding of NXT won't be as bad as everyone thinks. If the talent is excited about it, the least anyone can do is give the company a chance. We are just a few hours away from knowing what the true future of WWE NXT is. Sami Zayn publicly claims he is embarrassed about what WWE's treatment of NBA star following SmackDown. This past Friday on SmackDown, NBA superstar Trae Young was ejected from ringside after interfering in a match featuring Sami Zayn. Taking to Twitter, Zayn wrote that he is embarrassed by how WWE officials have treated Young. In his tweet, Sami Zayn goes on to mention that WWE's treatment of Trae Young is almost as bad as how Knicks fans have treated him. The former WWE Intercontinental Champion even wrote that Young's only crime was being Zayn's guest. SmackDown involving Sami Zayn and Trae Young, the former caught up with the NBA star backstage. Zayn tried his best to apologize for everything that happened, however, things didn't quite turn out the way Zayn was hoping for. Young didn't seem very interested in listening to Zayn's apology. The former Intercontinental Champion tried to explain the situation to Trae by stating that everyone in WWE has it out for him, and Young responded by saying that he would see him in Atlanta. The NBA star eventually left Sami Zayn alone and frustrated. Sami Zayn teamed up with fellow heel Apollo Crews and the Dirty Dogs and Otis. The five men faced the team of Big E, Rick Boogs, Shinsuke Nakamura, Dominic, and Rey Mysterio. During the match, Young attacked Mysterio from ringside, which eventually led him being ejected by the referee. With the big distraction being caused due to the mishap, Big E hit the big ending on Sami Zayn and picked up the win for the babyfaces on SmackDown. Becky Lynch confronts a fan who made lewd comments towards her. Becky Lynch defended her SmackDown Women's Championship against Bianca Belair at Sunday's WWE Super Show in Albany, New York. The man dominated most of the match, eventually winning with a roll-up. The result did not sit well with the live crowd as they were rooting for Belair. Since then, several videos have emerged where Lynch can be seen mocking and trolling the crowd during the show. In one of the videos, she was confronted by a fan who kept calling her a. She was trash-talking the fan while hoisting her title. When Becky Lynch relinquished her Raw Women's Championship and took time off for her pregnancy, she was possibly the most beloved superstar in WWE. Upon her stunning return at SummerSlam, Lynch squashed Belair to win the title in 26 seconds. Since then, a sense of arrogance has engulfed her. This shocked a significant section of the WWE Universe, as many believed Lynch would continue as a babyface. Reports suggest that Lynch herself wanted to be a heel. However, in a recent interview, she admitted to utilizing her opportunity and argued that anyone would do the same. Regardless of the face-heel dynamic, Becky Lynch remains one of the most popular superstars in the industry. The man is scheduled to defend her title against the EST at Extreme Rules pay-per-view this month. They signed the contract on the latest episode of SmackDown. Sasha Banks, who Lynch replaced at SummerSlam, might also be in the mix. She was reportedly present backstage during the last 2 episodes of SmackDown after being absent since August 13th. It'll be interesting to see how everything unfolds as the build-up to Extreme Rules continues. Jim Cornette gives his honest opinion on AEW Dynamite beating Monday Night Raw. Wrestling veteran Jim Cornette is confident that AEW will defeat Monday Night Raw in the ratings war. Speaking on his podcast Jim Cornette Experience, Cornette stated that AEW's growing roster could help them defeat Raw. He added that the possible inclusion of Bray Wyatt and Ric Flair alongside Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson will help boost their ratings. Cornette also said that WWE programming has been self-destructive as of late. Hence, the performers are moving to AEW where they are presented as heroic figures, saying, quote, "I got a sneaking suspicion that by the time they get finished with possibly getting Bray Wyatt and Ric Flair, along with Bryan Danielson and Adam Cole, I think they can beat Raw at this point. I got confidence in them. Because anything created by WWE is rapidly self-destructing and everyone shows up on the other channel, where they are presented as conquering heroes. I don't care about the demos. I think they're gonna tighten up even further," end quote. This past week on AEW Dynamite, defeating Raw in the key demographic of 18 to 49 created a major buzz. WWE took notice and reportedly changed some of their plans. Bobby Lashley versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship was initially scheduled for Extreme Rules, but it will now take place on Monday Night Raw. The change is allegedly a response to AEW's ratings success last week. Jim Cornette is well known for bluntly stating his opinions, however controversial they might be. Last week, Cornette didn't think twice before slamming AEW for poorly booking one of their top babyfaces, Hangman Page. He added that Page should have gotten his shot at the AEW Championship by now. Now the addition of established stars in the company could push him to the sidelines. Thanks for watching today's Sportskeeda Wrestling News Roundup. For more news stories and exclusive content, be sure you follow us on all social media. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Download the Sportskeeda app for the most up-to-date stories in the world of wrestling.